Faye's obviously disappointing result tonight, but what aspect of that loss hits hardest right now?
Just probably, particularly in the first half, more our ability to spread to the next contest. I thought Melbourne did that much better than we did in the first half. We certainly got better in the second half. I think we won the second half. We were much more competitive in the second half. But that was probably the biggest issue. We turned the ball over a little bit for them, and some of those turnovers you couldn't defend. So a little bit difficult in that regard. And Melbourne had an unbelievable night in front of the goals. They kicked some great goals, and they were able to capitalise on all the opportunities that they created for themselves or we presented to them by our ball use. So particularly in the first half. So yeah, that's what I'd say.
How much damage does that do, I suppose, psychologically heading into the finals? How much of a dent is that to your confidence moving in to the finals? Do you just brush it off, or does that linger a bit, do you think?
I suppose as much as we allow it to, in a sense. I mean, Melbourne gave us a hiding back in round 15, and we recovered well to play a good game against the Dogs the next week. So we've got that capacity to recover. We've got 2 weeks to do it. It was like tonight, interestingly enough, statistically the game wasn't like the belting we got in round 15. Like, we were minus 19 or something inside 50s in that game. Tonight we're in the positive. We created more opportunities for ourselves, but basically in our own forward 50 we couldn't win the contested ball. We went down by 10 in contested ball. Last game it was 38, but tonight I think we were like minus 17, minus 18 in the forward 50. So credit to their defenders and their team defence that they didn't allow us to score. But in lots of ways we did better tonight against Melbourne than we have done for a while. It might sound strange for me to say that, but we actually have to pick out some of the positives. We had 28 forward half turnovers, but we weren't able to turn those into scores well enough. We just sort of just banged the ball back in instead of lowering our eyes. And when we did lower our eyes, we created opportunities for ourselves. So even the shot differential, last time they had 19 more shots. Tonight it was 8 more shots. So as a coach, I'm going to look for some of the positives. I realise that it wasn't a brilliant performance by us by any stretch of the imagination. And as I said, the most disappointing thing was probably our spread from contest to contest, and our inability to win the ball when it hit the deck in our forward line.